That was an episode.
It's pronounced Leela!
The people behind Doctor Who need to remember they're making a show about a man who travels through time and space in a police box. Where is the whimsy and just the sheer self-aware ridiculousness that used to be in the show? They've completely overlooked where the show comes from in order to try and make it more relevant. And now I understand that they want to try and bring out this more dark, brooding nature to the Doctor. With 9 and 10, there was quite a bit of whimsy, with a little bit of dark and brooding, and the undertones of he's the last Time Lord now. He has feelings about that. Now they've got a lot of dark and brooding with a little bit of occasional whimsy, and it doesn't work. He's a man who flies about time and space in a police box. It should be whimsy out the butthole. It's a show called Doctor Who. The joke is the title of the show, and yet they're trying to make it this serious adult. No, the dick jokes and the alcohol and the dark tones are really not necessary. But at the same time, the slapstick was incredibly out of place. They were both just pointless. They didn't add anything. They weren't really all that funny. Not well used. I still agree with what I said earlier in that some of the Doctor's best dialogue was when he was talking to himself, about himself. Every conversation was either with the Doctor or about the Doctor. Moffat makes brilliant one-off episodes like The Girl in the Fireplace. Romantic and beautiful, but still full of whimsy, and it was still Doctor Who. There were clockwork men. It was ridiculous. Moffat, being a showrunner, writing an entire show. No! He does brilliant one-offs when he has someone else above him as the showrunner to pull on the reins when he goes and just jumps off the crazy train down into Nutso Valley. Even worse than RTD, he writes himself into these corners that he can't get himself out of, and then just goes, screw everything that I set up just before, let's do that. And it doesn't work, and case in point, almost the entire episode to set the Doctor up as a non-romantic character. That's not what he's there for. And then they end the show with this strange person who we don't know, who is now calling him her boyfriend. No, please. No. No. I don't. No. Okay. Jenny and Madame Vastra. I love that they are there. They are kick-ass ninja space lesbians, and that is amazing. They mentioned the fact that they are married and the fact that they are women, and they showed them kissing and all this stuff. I feel like they're trying to prove how progressive they are. Look at the lesbian space ninjas! Does anybody see the lesbian space ninjas? They're lesbian and they're married! What? That's so progressive! Can you see how progressive we are? Are you noticing how progressive we are? Yes! Wow! Having a married lesbian couple does not save your entire show from failing miserably at the Bechdel test. As I pointed out, all of the conversations in that episode were either with the Doctor or about the Doctor. How hard is it to write some dialogue that's not... Oh! There was a lot of promise, but it just didn't live up to that promise. I had an open mind going into it, but now, I really don't know if I care anymore about where this is going, and it makes me so sad, because I love Doctor Who, and I love being passionate about Doctor Who, but it isn't a show anymore that I am passionate about, and that makes me sad. I don't have very high hopes for where this season is going. If this episode is anything to go by, I am frustrated, and I have many feelings and opinions, and I'm sure that they're not shared with all of the fan base. I'd like to know how you feel, so let me know down in the place down there. We took so many steps forward, and now we've taken a flying leap backwards. Good night.